back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me this car, which is the all new Tata Tigor CNG. Tata Motors have launched the CNG variant of the car, and this is the variant which you will get in the top end variants, which is the XZ and the XZ Plus variant. As always in this video, we are going to talk about the exterior, interior, features, space. By the end of the video, we'll also talk about the pricing. We'll also talk about the engine of this car. And by the way, now this car gets a CNG kit, so obviously automatically the range of the car has improved a lot. At the same time, the car now delivers really good mileage with the CNG kit. So let's talk about it. Let's get into the details. Let's quickly start off with the walk around. Let's quickly start off with the front profile of the car. So right in the center here you have the Tata logo. Now here you have this tri-arrow grille. On the tri-arrow as well, they have provided a lot of chrome, by the way, all across the car. Now here, as you can see, this is how the grille looks like. Here you have this tri-arrow treatment, and here you have this chrome inserts, by the way. Now talking about the front profile here, as you can see, this is how the front profile looks like. There are not much changes actually. There are very few changes which you might be able to notice right here. Now here you have this chrome strip which covers the front profile of the car. Again, there is a lot of chrome, by the way, used. I'll talk about the chrome as well. But talking about the front fascia of the car and talking about the color, now this is a new color option which they have provided, which is called as the magnetic red color option, and it definitely looks very much attractive, I would say. And let me show it to you guys up close. So here, as you can see, this is how it looks like. It is actually a maroon color which you get right here. It is a metallic color obviously, so it looks really very nice, very attractive, I would say. Talking about the headlights, now the Tigor actually gets a combination of projector as well as halogen bulbs. So this is your projector, this is your halogen, this is your turn indicator right here, this is your fog lamp, and this is your LED DRL which you get right here. So here the texture which they have given, that also looks quite nice. So here the texture which they have given, that also looks really very nice, I would say. So that is much about the front profile. I think I have covered most of the things on the front profile of the car. Moving on to the side profile. So here, as you can see, it looks quite a lot attractive, I would say. It looks sharp, it looks aerodynamic, and the roof line actually merges into the boot of the car, which again looks really very nice, I would say. It does not really look unproportionate from any angle or any side of view, I would say. And talking about the chrome, again here you have this chrome line which covers the side profile. There's chrome used on your door handles as well. And now, because this is the top end variant, so you obviously have your mirror as well as your roof completely finished in gloss black. So here, as you can see, this is the dual tone treatment which you have on the car. Here you have your LED turn indicator. Talking about the now here you have passive entry button, by the way. How it works, before I basically describe it to you, let me show you the key of the car. So here you have 4 buttons on offer. This to lock the car, this to unlock the car, and this is for your follow me headlamp. So for in case if you need light in a parking space, you can basically simply press this button, and here, as you can see, as soon as you press this button, your headlights will switch on like this, and again when I press it, your headlights will switch off. So you can basically whenever you need light in some of the parking spaces, you can basically click this button and you can have the light from your headlights. And you can also use this feature to actually locate your car in a very big parking space. So that is also something which you can do. Now obviously there is again a button to open your boot of the car. So this is to open the boot of the car, this button. Now let me quickly describe how the passive entry system works. So here you have a button. Now you don't really need to carry the key. You basically don't really need to press the button on the key. You just need to carry the key in your pocket. When you press this button here, as you can see, as soon as I press this button, your car will lock like this and your mirrors will fold automatically. When you press it again, you can unlock the car. So you don't really need to use the key of the car. You can simply carry the key in your pocket, and when you press this button, you can lock and unlock the car like this. There is again chrome used on your door handles. There is chrome strip right here. Here you have this shark fin antenna, and this glossy black treatment also looks really very nice. Here you have this very beautiful, I would say, stop lamp, which is again a complete LED unit which you have right here. Now moving on to the rear profile. So here, as you can see, this is how the car looks like from the rear. It definitely looks really very attractive, I would say. Talking about the rear profile of the car, now here you have the Tata logo. Here you have this chrome treatment. There is a chrome strip right here. Here you have the Tigor badge. Here you have this iCNG badge which tells you that this is a CNG variant of the car. Talking about the tail lights, here you have beautiful tail lights provided. This is your LED tail light which is provided. Now this is obviously your turn indicator, which is again a normal halogen bulb. Here you obviously have your reverse parking camera, and here you have your reverse light. Again, there is a chrome strip at the bottom. Now let me show you guys the boot space of the car, which is a very big question considering this is a CNG variant. So here, as you can see, this is the deal of the car. So by the way, here you have when you opt for the normal petrol version, you basically have 419 liters of boot space, but when you opt for the CNG variant, the tank and this all this tamjam actually eats into the space, and here you basically are left with 205 liters of boot space. So that is the amount of space which you have. So in case if you are planning for a long trip, and if you have a family of 3-4 people, you can, I think you would be able to, you know, accommodate small 2 bags right here. So that's the only space which you have right here. But I would definitely say at this price point, if you are looking out for a car which has space, which provides you with a lot of mileage as well, then this car is definitely, it is going to be a really good option. Talking about the tank now, when you read the brochure, it tells you that this is a 60 liter. This tank basically has a 60 liter water filling capacity. Let me simplify it for you guys. So basically you can store in 10 kgs of CNG gas in this particular tank. Now I'll give the prices on your screen right here, so you can basically calculate 1 kg ka kitna hai and multiply it into 10. So that's the maximum cost which you will have to pay. By the way, maximum you won't even be able to fill up 10 kgs. It depending on the pressure, it basically fills up, but this tank can basically store up to a maximum of 10 kgs of CNG gas. So that's the maximum it can go, and as according to that you can basically calculate how much costing you might need to basically pay in order to completely full this tank. And talking about the mileage, now I have not really got a chance to test the mileage of the car practically, so I will definitely try to do that in the near future. And yeah, that is about it. Below this I think you have your spare wheel kept. So this is your spare wheel, which is this is 165 80 R13. So that is a steel rim obviously, and there's you have your emergency triangle kept as well. And that is about it. That's about the boot space of the car. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things on the exterior profile of the car. Now talking about the tire profile, so here as you can see, the tire profile which you have right here is 175/65 R14. Here you have, and this is a steel rim by the way with wheel caps, but the wheel caps are designed really very well, so people really won't be able to tell whether if it is an alloy wheel or basically a steel rim. So that is again a very good thing. Again, here you have this chrome treatment on your mirrors, and yeah, that is about it. That is about the exterior profiles of the car. I have covered most of the things on the exterior front. Now let's quickly move inside the car and let me quickly talk about the features, and then we'll move inside the second row. I'll talk about the space, and then we'll come on to the performance of this car. Now let me get inside the car first of all. So unlocking the car, and let me get inside. Let me adjust the seat so that I can basically show you the steering and the features of the car. Okay, so guys, now I'm inside the car, and here as you can see, this is how the dashboard and the interior of the Tata Tigor CNG looks like. It looks really very nice, I would say. It looks simple, it looks neat and clean, I would say. And now let's quickly start talking about what all features do you have, starting off from the push start stop button right here. So here you have a button. You need to basically press the clutch pedal in order to start the car. So that is how it comes to life, and there is, as you can see, that is how the instrument cluster actually welcomes you. And let's quickly start talking about the features, starting off from the steering wheel. So here you have a flat bottom steering wheel, but leather wrap treatment is something which is missing right here. That definitely would have been a nicer touch. Here you have this gloss black treatment. Talking about the instrument cluster, now here you have a fully digital instrument cluster provided. Now here it is showing you your fuel gauge for your CNG. Here you have your fuel gauge for your petrol. This is the digital screen which shows you the speedometer. Here you have the tachometer, which is again a digital unit, and here it will show you basic information. So let me quickly show you guys what all basic information it shows you. So here you have a button. As soon as you press it, it will show trip A, trip B, odometer reading, time, and yeah, that is about it. That's the basic information which it shows you. And now let's start talking about the infotainment screen right here. So here, as you can see, this is the 8-inch touchscreen unit which you get right here, and in terms of the touch response, it is pretty good, I would say. No complaints on that front, and it is an Harman music system. So in terms of the sound quality, again, Tata Motors have nailed the car. As always, the sound quality is really very good on this one. I won't be putting a sound quality audio check video right here because of the copyright issues. You can basically check out the same video on Instagram. I'll provide you guys with the link in the description box down below. Here you have a few buttons. This is for your front fog lamp, this is to lock and unlock the car like this, and this is for your CNG. So when you start the car, it basically starts on CNG, and for in case if you don't have CNG in your car, then it automatically shifts to petrol. You don't really need to press this button, so that is again a very good thing. Now here you have the button to open the boot of the car. Here you have automatic climate control AC, controls for your automatic climate control AC, 12-volt charging port. Here you have a 12-volt charging port. This is your USB point provided. This is your 5-speed gearbox. Very smooth in terms of the shifts. Here you again have some space where you can keep your wallet. So guys, this is your 5-speed gearbox. Let me quickly reverse it for you guys. So as soon as I put it into reverse, here your reverse spying camera will start like this, and it also shows you reverse guidelines. So when you move the steering wheel like this, it shows you the guidelines. And one more thing, by the way, now you might have seen the movie 3 Idiots, and in that movie you might have also heard the dialogue that hota sabke paas sab chupa ke rakhte. So Tata Motors have hidden something right here. So here, as you can see, below this seat, here you have a fire extinguisher kept. So that is the thing. Now obviously it's a CNG car, so in order to provide safety, they have provided this fire extinguisher right here. And yeah, that is about it. Here you have 3 cup holders. Again, here you have a bottle holder. Here you have your 12-volt point, and here again you have some space where you can keep your key of the car. And let me show you guys the glove box. So this is the amount of space which you have. Here you can easily accommodate a smaller laptop as well, which you call it as a notebook. Here you have your normal IRVM. Good thing is the fact that here you have sun visor with a vanity mirror, and here again you have a sun visor with a vanity mirror, so that is again a good thing. Now on the steering wheel, here you have a few buttons. Here you have a button to increase and decrease the volume. From here you can change tracks. This is for your source, this is to accept and reject the calls. And on this thing, your air vents, again they have provided this chrome insert, and it looks really very nice, I would say. Again, here you have this chrome insert provided. And talking about the door pads, you can easily accommodate 1-liter bottle right here. Again, there is some space where you can keep your newspaper as well as magazine. Here you have your controls for your power windows. Here you have chrome door handles. From here you can obviously just adjust the mirrors. You can also fold them like this, I would say. So that is how it is done. So that is how you can basically fold the mirrors. You can also adjust them. Let me show you guys how you can adjust them. So just twist it towards your right so that you can adjust the right mirror, and here, as you can see, that is how you can adjust the mirror of the car. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things inside the car. Now it's time to get in the second row of the car, and let's talk about how much space do you have. By the way, now this screen also gets Android Auto, Apple CarPlay as well. And in terms of the sound quality, like I said, it is really very good. You also do get a few connected car features like the geofence as well as your alerts, which you have the maintenance alerts as well. Now let's quickly move inside the second row and let me show you guys the amount of space which you have. So for that, let me adjust the seat as per my comfortable driving position. So this is my personal comfortable driving position, and now let's move in the second row of the car. Okay, so now here, as you can see, I think I have not adjusted the tilt of the seat. So let me adjust that a bit so that I can show you guys in a proper way. Okay, so this is, I think, the proper way. Okay, so now here, as you can see, this is the amount of space which you have in the second row of the Tata Tigor CNG. Let me quickly get inside the car, and as always, the seats are really very comfortable. In fact, at the rear, the seats which you have, the cushioning is really very good. It is brilliant, I would say. 10 on 10 when it comes to the cushioning of the rear seat. To Tata Motors, the cushioning, as you can see, it is really very nice, the cushioning which they have provided. And now in terms of the legroom and knee room, you can easily accommodate. Now here you can basically stretch your feet below the driver as well as co-driver seat, and the knee room also is really decent, I would say. It is really very good. You can easily accommodate a 5'9" person at the front as well as at the back. And in terms of the under thigh support as well, this is decent under thigh support. You also do get decent headroom, I would say. And in terms of the shoulder, we can easily get 2 adults and a kid in the middle. Here you have a center armrest with cup holders, so you can basically sit like a boss and you can enjoy the view out there. And here, as you can see, 2 cup holders are provided. Now here you miss out on adjustable headrest, although you have fixed headrest provided right here. Now here you have a small hump, so middle passenger will have to actually adjust their foot. So they can basically keep it like this, or they can basically place it below like this, and this is the view which you get from the back seat of the car. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things inside the car. Now here you have a handle placement. Here you again have a handle. Other than the driver side, you do get handles to hold on to. And talking about the door pads, you can easily accommodate a 1 liter bottle right here. And yeah, that is about it. That's the amount of space which you have. Here you have power window control. Here you have your chrome door handle. And yeah, that is about it. I think I've covered most of the things on the interior front as well. Now let me show you guys the engine of the car, and then we'll start talking about the performance of the Tata Tigor CNG. Now here, as you can see, here you have a lever, so you can basically pull it like this in order to open the hood of the car. And here you again have a lever, so when you pull it, you can basically open the fuel lid of the car. Let me show you guys the fuel lid. So here, as you can see, this is the fuel lid which you have. And here, as you can see, from here you can basically fill up petrol and CNG, both of them. And here you basically have a button. So what it basically does is, for in case if your fuel lid is, this lid is open right here, you won't be able to start the car. So that is again a very good feature which Tata Motors have provided. Until and unless you close this lid, you won't be able to start the car. So that is again a very cool feature. That is again a very useful feature which Tata Motors have provided. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things. Now let's talk about the engine of the car, and then we'll talk about the performance of this car. So starting off, let me open the hood of the car. So it is pretty hot actually, and the hood is pretty heavy, I would say. And here, as you can see, this is your 1.2 liter 3-cylinder petrol engine which produces 73.4 PS of power and 95 Newton meters of torque when you drive it on CNG. When you drive it on petrol, it produces 86 PS and 113 Newton meters of torque. Here you have insulation pad as well. Now let me close the lid like this. And now let's quickly start talking about the refinement of this particular engine. Now, for in case if you are not playing an audio inside the car, or if you have also switched off your AC, that is the time when you will be able to hear a little bit of engine noise inside the cabin. But other than that, I feel the engine is decent in terms of refinement. When you are playing an audio or when you have your AC on inside the car, you won't really be able to hear a lot inside the cabin, the engine noise inside the cabin. And talking about the power and punch, in terms of the power and performance, it does not really feel lackluster at all. So that is again a very good thing about the car, that when you even drive it on CNG, it provides you decent amount of grunt, so that you can maneuver the car in the city as well as you can basically overtake on the highways. So in terms of the power and punch, I have no complaints as such. The gearbox is really very well paired with the engine. The gearbox is on the smoother side. Talking about the clutch, now the clutch of the car, it is obviously it is lighter, it is on the lighter side, so you don't really need to put in a lot of efforts in order to change gears. But at the same time, there is slight pulsating vibration which I felt on the clutch lever. So that is something which needs to be resolved. I think this particular car might be having it, but otherwise, when you go to the showroom, when you take a test drive of the same, you can basically let me know in the comments if you feel the same. Talking about the ride and handling balance, talking about my personal favorite aspect of a car, which is the ride and the handling balance. We as Indians, we look out for a car which provides us with utmost comfort. At the same time, now with the awareness going on, we obviously are looking forward to a car which is safer, which handles better. And in that case, the ride and handling balance of the Tata Tigor, I'm pretty very impressed with the car. The ride quality, it is not very soft, it is not very stiff either. It provides you a right balance. It provides you a really very good ride, I would say. And talking about the handling is again decent, I would say. The steering wheel provides you decent amount of feel and feedback around the corners, and it weighs up decently as well. It would have weighed up a little bit more, but I think I'm being greedy right here. And yeah, that's about it. Talking about the safety features, talking about the braking. Now obviously you have ABS, EBD, dual airbags, as well as corner stability control. The braking is decent. Again, I would say the the stopping power which you get from the car is decent. Talking about now, I think I've covered most of the things on the car. Now it's time to come on to the verdict. Who should particularly opt for this car? If you are looking out for a car which is decently powerful, which provides you with excellent what do you call the mileage, I believe that this car should be able to deliver you really very good mileage figures, considering that a lot of petrol Tigor owners have actually installed it externally, but now because this is a factory fitted CNG kit, so obviously my expectations are a bit on the higher side, so it should deliver really good mileage figures as well. So if you need a car which delivers you great mileage figures, which delivers you decent amount of power as well, which has decent amount of space as well, because this car obviously has decent amount of space, so that you can basically carry two small bags at the rear. And yeah, in terms of the features as well, you get all the features in this car. Talking about the price, now this car is priced at 8,41,600 rupees ex showroom. At this price point, if these are your requirements, I think Tata Tigor CNG makes a lot of sense. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the car. This was a quick review of the car. I hope you guys liked it. Still, if you have any question, you can surely ask it to me on Instagram as well as in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer most of your doubts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, drive safe, ride safe. Tata, bye bye.